Yo, so what is good, everybody on YouTube? We are back today with a brand new video, and we're going to do a little rebuild today here of the Charlotte Hornets. Obviously, a very exciting team with the addition of Lamelo Ball in the NBA draft. Be sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you are new, and we're going to hop into it and let them play out in year one and then kind of go at it in the offseason. So let's see what happens. Luka gets MVP here, and to my surprise, Melo does not get himself Rookie of the Year, and it's actually James Wiseman. Looking at the NBA standings here, we come in with about 33 wins on the season, which is not the greatest, of course. And let's check out these player stats. So, Devontae Graham leading the team, followed by Cody Zeller. And in all honesty, Melo kind of underperforming from where we had actually really want him to be. As when you think of this team, you probably think of him as like one of the biggest pieces of it now. Raptors and Pelicans in the finals here, boys. And it looks like it's going to a Game 7, and in Game 7, the Raptors end up taking it. But here we are now in the offseason where we really get to make our money, boys. We are coming in with the number 9th draft pick, which is not bad at all. So we'll see who is still hanging around at number 9 that we can even make this team better with. And there's surely going to be some big moves that we make in this offseason, to say the very least. So let's see. We're coming in with this number 9 pick. I see Brandon Boston still hanging around, but in all honesty, Jalen Johnson is going to be the pick for us here, so we're going to go ahead and snag him, an absolute baller. And there's some solid free agency guys here that we could scoop with the amount of money that we have. I'm not sure I want to bring Devontae Graham back, although being a very good player, I'm just not sure I really want to pay him. There's some definite trades that possibly are going to happen here. I wouldn't mind moving Scary Terry because $18 million a year is a lot to be paying him in all honesty. And if I can find something to dump his contract that I think makes sense, I will. I'll take the 2 top 10 protected first-round picks as bargaining chips to use potentially in another trade here and try to move some more pieces and make this team a real contender as fast as possible. Looking through our options here, we could add Lauri Markkanen and stuff, but Lauri Markkanen, we obviously have our power forward of the future in PJ Washington. I think I will offer Victor Oladipo. I think there's a good bounce back potential there from him. So I'd rather have him than have Devontae Graham at this point, in all honesty. And that's just my personal opinion. I know a lot of the Hornets fans really do like Devontae Graham, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Gordon Hayward, of course, not the best contract, but if the NBA has shown you anything this year, it's that you can move bad contracts like the Sixers did with Al Horford. We just did grab Montrezl Harrell to play our big man. I would definitely rather have him at our center position over a guy like Cody Zeller. And now we can probably try to make some more moves at the start of the season here. That's a really good one where we get Clay and Eric Pascal back. And this one's really good as well, where we had grabbed TJ Warren and Miles Turner. I was really thinking about doing this one, but then I kept scrolling and I saw this one, man. I cannot pass up on this. Grabbing Zach LaVine, we get Scary Terry back in it. But I think that it's worth it at that point. So we pretty much have ourselves a good backup point guard. And we grab ourselves a great 2 guard. So the team's looking like... the team's looking pretty good in all honesty, man. If you look at this team here. With some really good depth. So I think that these moves honestly will make us a playoff team here. Working with a 3.5 star system proficiency. Another MVP season here from Luka, which is not the biggest surprise. And 6th man of the year actually goes to Jabari Parker out of all people. Surprised to see him back and doing well. So we come in as the number 5 seed in the Eastern Conference with 49 wins on the season. Obviously a huge improvement from last year. Zach LaVine coming in averaging 22.6 a game. Melo getting his numbers up pretty good, 18.4 a game. PJ Washington up to 17.1 a game. And Montrezl Harrell doing his thing as well. So I'm pretty happy with those moves that we made and how much it definitely changed right there. So I'm extremely happy to see what type of, honestly, noise we can make in this finals and see if we could make it possibly to the championship here. Just try to have a really good playoff series this year, as we have a very, very solid team with a lot of depth. Yet again, this is what the rotations are looking like, boys. I think that this is an absolutely really good squad, in all honesty. And you even have Zubac coming off the bench to kind of make up for maybe the lack of size in our lineup, considering Montrezl Harrell is an undersized 5. Our first round matchup here up against the Atlanta Hawks, which is not an easy matchup by any means. And we're going to Game 7 in the first round here. And let's see if we can somehow edge them. And it's looking good for us as we end up beating them by 8. 149 to 141. Huge game there from Montrezl Harrell dropping 32. another 25 from Levine, and 23 from Depot himself, moving us into the second round up against the number 1 seeded Brooklyn Nets. A tough matchup here yet again as well. Obviously, whenever you go up against KD, it's not going to be easy. And we get at least 2 games, and we come back and get 3 in a row. Can we make them blow a 3-0 lead here? And it's not looking like that's going to happen. The Nets end up dropping us a 130 to 111. KD having a great game. Just not enough here, and that's okay. We still have another year to potentially try and get a chip. Mavs and Nets here in the finals, and it goes to a Game 7 where the Nets and KD end up taking it. So at least we went to a Game 7 with the people that ultimately won the chip. But here we are in free agency. We did not have any great draft picks, of course, because we kind of used those as bargaining chips. But we do have some moves that we could make here that could definitely help our depth. And for one, I'm really thinking that it's not a bad move to try and grab Otto Porter here. If you can get him on a more reasonable contract than what he is in real life, he's a pretty good 3-and-D player in all honesty. We can bring back Scary Terry as well on about a $15 million a year deal, so I will do that, of course. And our team, man, I'm really liking it here in all honesty. Player progressions, most of everyone has gone up except we added Rudy Gay and he went down, so I doubt he'll even be playing anyway. So here we go, the third year of this rebuild, and let's check out what the squad's looking like and what you guys think if we can maybe contend this year, because I think we can. Looking at the coaching, you see I did move Levine back down to the 2, so we got Lamelo Ball, 89 overall, Zach LaVine, 86, Jalen Johnson starting finally, 77, PJ Washington, 81, and Montrezl Harrell, an 81. Off the bench, Victor Oladipo, Zubac, Scary Terry, and Otto Porter, and we still have Grant Riller, who's up to like a 79 overall as well now, boys. I think this could be our year, so let's see what happens. And we're also going to change up our coaching, because I'm not huge on the coaching that we have here, and Dwayne Casey is still available, and I think that his system would fit us a little bit better, so we're going to hire him as well before really hopping into the season, so let's go ahead and do that. And now for the third year in a row, Luka grabs himself MVP. Our former player, Devontae Graham, going to the Spurs and getting 6th Man of the Year. And would you look at that, Dwayne Casey getting Coach of the Year after joining us, which is definitely a dub, boys. So let's check out these standings and all of that real quick. So standings, we come in the number 2 seed in the Eastern Conference, only 1 win behind the number 1 seed. Player stats, 22 points a game for Zach LaVine, 21.3 a game for Melo Ball. And beyond that, a little bit of a fall off, but still, Melo shooting 43% from 3, which you'd love to see. PJ Washington, 14 a game, Montrezl Harrell, and everybody else just kind of playing their part, which is definitely fine with me. A little bit less production from Jalen Johnson than maybe I hoped, but it is okay. Our starting 5, apparently they want to slide Zubac in there, and he pretty much splits time anyway, so it's no big deal. First round matchup up against the Brooklyn Nets that bounced us last year in 7, and we're going to 7 with them again here in the first round, boys. So let's hope our luck's a little bit better this time, and we do not get bounced ultimately here. And we end up absolutely frying them in that game. 33 from Levine, 27 from Harrell, and 24 from Zubac, and another 23 from that sneaky pickup in Otto Porter. Moving us into round 2 here, up against the Pacers, who do have Cade Cunningham and Malcolm Brogdon. They're starting Jabari Parker, Sabonis, and definitely a little bit of an interesting team. I don't really foresee us losing to this team unless Cade goes crazy. And we're going to yet another Game 7 here, but this time in the second round. So let's see if we can clutch up and go to the Eastern Conference Finals. And it's looking good as we end up taking it by 6. PJ Washington leading the way here, so I will take that. And now in 2023, we already find ourselves in the Eastern Conference Finals up against a Cavs team that I think we are a lot better than, in all honesty. So let's get it. And we do end up taking it in 5. Huge dub there, boys. To the NBA Finals up against a perennial contender here, Luka Doncic and the Dallas Mavericks. So let's see if we can do it here, boys. Can we get ourselves an NBA championship? Get up early 2-0, but then we blow 3 straight games. Hopping into Simcast, can we push this to a Game 7 and give ourselves a chance to breathe here, boys, and potentially get an NBA championship? We're going pretty slow here because it is a spooky one, but we kind of got ourselves a big lead now, so we can kind of let it go a little bit faster as we find ourselves up by about 14, 15, 16, and we end up taking it by 21. Looking at the box score, 33 from Luka, 26 from Lamelo. putting us into Game 7, and we hop into it, boys, up 139 to 131. Obviously, with only 15 seconds left, they can't do anything here. They get a bucket, make it a 6-point game, boys. But realistically, we're getting ourselves an NBA championship. Ivica Zubac actually gets player of the game, dropping 26 points on 10 of 14 shooting. So I guess he was another good sneaky pickup by us, boys. We'll definitely take it. And as you can see, it's coming to an end here. Alec Burks brick there, 141 to 133. We end up taking it with the Charlotte Hornets, getting them an NBA championship in the 3rd year of this rebuild. Let's go. Huge W's, getting some guys like Zach LaVine. And honestly, Zach LaVine and Montrezl Harrell were probably the 2 biggest pieces that helped us get this one. And if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to smash the like button as always. Comment down below who you guys want to see next. You see a 28 piece from LaVine, 26 from Zubac, and another 22 from Lamelo Ball. As always, guys, I appreciate you. And Bean out. Let me know what you guys want down below in the comment section. Next.